What is going on? What is going on? What is going on, party people? It's your boy, Coach D Brown, former big leaguer, former first round pick with the Kansas City Royals. Giving you all this knowledge that I can within the youth baseball space, helping kids get maximum exposure in and around the country and helping kids get into school. Holler at me if you need me. Man, I got a hot topic today, man. We got a hot topic, hot, coming in hot. I've been speaking on this for the last few days, man. Is it okay to curse as a coach? All right. Is it okay to curse as a coach? All right. It's a hot topic, man. Dealing with this, a couple of other Facebook groups that I'm a part of. This issue has come up with the whole cursing issue, and it's been some issues where coaches, kids, sneaking and filming a coach's rant, and it's been which is not cool. But on the flip side, he says some choice words, and a lot of people had different things to say about that, and how they wouldn't like for that coach to be cursing at their kids like that. And then there was another topic. Somebody posted that again, and I just felt the need, to talk about this from my point of view, and get you guys, what I'm saying, get your opinion as a parent. I love to. This will be a. I'm hoping to have some type of feedback from you guys, okay, about this. Is it okay for you to curse? Are you okay with a coach cursing around your kid? Okay. Um, just some quick housekeeping. May 22nd, I will be down in South Florida. Make sure you sign up if you are interested. All right. And so um, definitely wanted to. I know it's been a few days since I've been on, man. But just grinding, head down. I got a program I'm coming out with. So I've been grinding, put my head down, getting ready for the showcase there in Florida. So I know y'all. It's been a couple of days, man, but I definitely want to hit you guys up, man. Just say what's up, and I know it's been a minute. So anyway, just been 2 days, Friday and Monday, long extended vacation for me, right? All right. But so today, is it okay? Um, I believe it's different age groups, okay? And on this topic that sometimes we're a product of our environment, right? And it's not an excuse, but and we always know times are different, right? Back in the day, it'd be nothing for parents to really smack you upside your head or beat your what, right? And back then, Craig, what's up, family? Back then it was okay, you know what I'm saying? And but as we got older and now kids get less beatings, it's less, all this timeout stuff, and I know that I personally do not hit my child, you know what I'm saying? But I know that it was something, that went on in my household, right? Cursing was one too. All right. My mother and father both. My mother was a church going woman, and but every son, go to church every Sunday, but would curse you out. You know what I'm saying? Quickly. All right. And was but in the streets, she was very calm. All the parents, you know what I'm saying, loved her, and but she would let you have it. You know what I'm saying? Behind the closed doors. Okay. My dad took him a little longer, but when he got going, he got going. All right. That was my household. I find myself personally, I curse a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, too much sometimes, right? I'm not talking about the ball field, but I'm just going to give you an example of some, how we're a product of our environment. Okay. So, um, this is something that I want to help with the parents that are, that again, I just aim to just make sure you get informed the best way I can. Okay. I understand that for religious backgrounds, you may not ever talk to your kids that way. Um, I know that, it may stun you, all right, to know that coaches talk certain ways like that, right? And if you probably know it, but you be stunned when it does happen, okay? I'm gonna give you some examples, okay? But I do feel like in the 8, 9, 10, certain age group, you really got to curb it. Okay. I've never coached kids that young. I think I started at 12 on up, but I've been known to at 13 and up, I curse. And when I've coached, I've cursed, I've talked to the parents, and I let it be known. And I said, if you have an issue with me cursing, okay, You have your chance to walk out now, okay? What I won't do though, okay, and I won't allow any other coaches that work on, in and around me or for me, I won't allow them to curse at a kid. All right. I will never say F you, you MF, and all that, no. All right. All right. To me, that's degrading and downplaying. That's like hurting a kid's, you know what I'm saying? That's hurting. That's talking down to a kid. Okay. But on the flip side, I will say get your ass in gear, all right? Or I will talk as a group, as a y'all MFers are playing like, you know what I'm saying? And we need to get this together, all right? I've been told before, I've had parents call me over to the side and tell me, coach, man, this is this, man. You need to, tone it down, hold that here and there, all right? Again, I understand I come from a different, place, all right? I remember distinctly the hardest coach I ever had, and I had him as a youngster all the way through high school. And as the older I got, the less hard he was. But he was a dad, all right. But he treated me fair, and he would curse my ass out quickly, okay. And he would do it, and he would talk, but he would do the same thing to his son. He'd be even worse on his son and all the rest of the guys around me. All right, so I never felt like he was singling me out. I never thought it was just we thought it was, at times we thought it was funny. You know what I'm saying? Like how mad he would get, you know what I'm saying? But that's just how he talked to us. So when I'm 12, 13, 14 years old and I hear this, you know what I'm saying? And at that time I didn't like him at times, but as I got older, you know what I'm saying? He became my favorite coach because he put me in the, you know what I'm saying? He never treated me any different than even his own son. He was actually worse on his own son. All right. But which, as a kid, we all talk about the daddy ball and all that. But if I know he's getting hard and he cursing his son out worse than he would do us, then I had to respect it. But again, we thought it was comical at times, you know what I'm saying? Until it was your ass that got, cursed out. You know what I'm saying? But I just think sometimes we get so soft as a parents now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, now again, I'm not talking young kids, man. And I see y'all comments, and I promise you, I'm gonna pull y'all up, and we're gonna talk about this. I want you guys, parents, I want you to really chime in on this. You know what I'm saying? All right. Again, this is my opinion. All right. This is how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? I'm from different areas here and there. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It's like it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? There was no sugarcoating it, and it made me a tougher player. All right. So when I got, and then these Southern coaches and these coaches from all different whatever will talk crazy to you. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing for me to be like, yo, oh my God, I never heard this before. And I think that's why parents need to understand the higher you go, they're going to be coaches like your Tony Dungy's and stuff that don't curse and don't want you to curse around them. That's going to happen. All right. But there's going to be other coaches that will light you up. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost, and again, sad or good and bad and different as it is, all right, there will be people that will be judging you off of if they can get on you and you able to take it. All right, it's almost a grading system. Certain coaches, okay, if they know they can get on your ass and then talk crazy to you and all of that, and you go out there perform, all right, I know it sounds blatantly crazy, but they know, okay, he's all right. But if they know they can get on you and it affects you and you can't go out there and play, and it has done me at certain times, okay? In the pro game and major league, when certain guys get on you and you have to bite your tongue, you know what I'm saying? Because, when you get to that level, you're a man and you don't like nobody talking crazy to you. And then up there, that's when you get heated fights. You seen the Lou Pinellas and the Reggie Jacksons and the Billy Martins in the dugouts and all getting, because you're a man now and they're paying you. But you don't like no man coming and talking crazy to your face. You know what I'm saying? Coach or not, right? All right. But then it's like, then you kind of almost sometimes you got to get confrontational. Now I've been able to, I've done that, and it has hurt me. You know what I'm saying? But that's on that high level when the stakes are high. You know what I'm saying? But on the teenage level, I would never talk back to my coach like that. You know what I'm saying? I would never, it's just, you have to tuck it in and just learn. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I hate when parents get mad, but then, like coach say it, but then, some parents, I understand, not all. I understand if you're a parent that don't curse at your kids or curse around them, and then a coach, like myself, may be cursing, and it may affect them. You know what I'm saying? You may feel a certain way, all right? But I don't like the parents that curse around their kids, and then when their coach comes out and starts cursing, that they want to like hold this coach to the holy pedestal. Like, nah, coaches are human too. You know what I'm saying? So I just think from 8, 9, 10, 11, I think you don't need to be cursing. I try, at least I try not to curse at all around them. I say I try. I never curse at a kid. I never do that ever. I never call them this and that and whatever, out his name, anything like that. But I would say, yo, y'all getting your asses kicked. Let's kick their ass, or let's go, mother effers. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let these MFers get us. You know what I'm saying? That's how I talk. Or I may run over to the mound and being like, yo, what the F are y'all doing, man? Let's go. Let's wake the hell up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we need to change this up. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? What your ass is doing out there? You know what I'm saying? Run over here. Let's go. That's how I talk. I get passionate. You know what I'm saying? And I've been told that it gets a little hard. And I was in the South. I was in the deep South in the Memphis and Mississippi when I was coaching these teams. And I understand some of these Southern kids get it. Some of these kids don't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, man, if y'all want to go higher levels, y'all have to learn somewhere in between to understand at certain age levels, it's going to be a part of the game. All right. I know my boy Chris, man, and military, I'm sure, you know what I'm saying, some of you guys got military back. I'm sure it's like a eye-opening experience, you know what I'm saying, when you get hit to the military and guys talking crazy to you, right? I'm just saying, I just got my boy Chris over there. Shout out to my boy Chris over there. I know you military dude. I'm sure it's the same way. It's probably an eye-opener if you haven't heard that, but it is what it is, man. All right. But I'm just saying, I'm hit a little couple more topics, share a couple more stories, and even a wrong that I did that I didn't feel good about it, but it was a mistake. I ain't gonna say it's a mistake because I don't think it was. It's just heat in the moment. All right. Shelly, thanks for chiming in. She said, I don't like cursing. If the coach gets heated up, I get it. Walk away, take a deep breath, and say a prayer, and get back to the game. All right. Okay, Shelly, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree. Just, I don't agree, Shelly. I understand. I wish, I wish I had that temperament. I know plenty of coaches that do, but I also know that, again, if Shelly, if it's a part of your vocabulary, now again, when I say a part of your vocabulary, meaning like, and I get on it, I get it. My family members all get on me about that. Sometimes I do have one of those about mouths. You know what I'm saying? I know I come off as like Coach D, all of that, but sometimes it slips out here, right? You hear me talking, sometimes it just slips, but I try to hold my tongue in certain situations, and I'll try to pause or say ish instead of the word and all of that, right? But in the case of on the field, especially when it's emotions and everything like that, yeah, the walking away does do wonders, okay? But at certain times, just depending on Shelly, I don't know the age of your child, please, you know what I'm saying? But again, 13 and up, they need to have it. All right, they need to know, they need to understand that, hey, these kids are 1 to 2 years away from high school. Times is tough. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be coaches that you just have to suck it up and listen to them. They're going to rant and rave. And again, I would never sit there, say, hey, you stupid mother effer, and you like some coaches do. All right, because I just had a mom reach out to me last week in college. Okay, because this is, again, I just want you guys to understand. All right. One of the moms reached out to me. Her kid is in the, playing past high school, and she was saying how the coach, was really getting in their ass and calling all type of they suck and y'all ain't shit and all of that type of stuff. Now, to me, that's overboard. All right, that's difference. Okay, that's the difference. All right, when you are individualizing the team and saying like you ain't, you talking to a player, you ain't shit, and you ain't gonna never be nothing, you mother, then it comes personal. Like he's talking right at you, right? That's when it gets personal. I don't believe in that. All right. But if you kind of addressing them as a whole and you kind of, let's get our shit together, or let's, your ass, all right, then it's okay. All right. I like to believe that I'm going to talk to a young man how I want to be talked to, meaning I understand you may curse me. Okay. But I understand that I know the difference when you're cursing at me and you just like cursing and, not really directly towards me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't calling me a fucking asshole or you crazy mother effer and da, right? You know what I'm saying? What the F, you know what I'm saying? Like, then it becomes personal. Then I'll be wanting to lash back out. You know what I'm saying? And But there's a difference when he's like, what the hell are you guys doing? You playing like crap, or you playing like, you know what I'm saying? And get your asses out there, go run or do something, you know what I'm saying? Then that's what this coaches, every coach I've had in football, basketball, and baseball growing up has talked to me like that. All right. Some worse than others. All right. So Shelly, I get it. I get it, Shelly. All right. And I thank you for commenting and being straight up. Okay. More than okay. So long as my kid knows the coach loves him at the end of the day, let's roll. Facts. That's what I'm saying. Most of the time, it's just certain guys just like, yo, you know you're going to have their back, all right, then it's okay, all right? That's just how I believe. I don't mind. What up, Travis? What's up, baby? Brandon, thank you for the comment. I don't mind as long as he's not disrespectful and demeaning. Facts, all right? Facts. All right. What's up, coach? What's really the difference in a coach saying what the freak and what the fuck? If the coach is cursing at a player such as you effing suck, I don't think it's acceptable. But if a coach is saying this is awful or what the F was that play, then it's acceptable. Okay, and I get it. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I'm like, I got these dude cursings out here, man. I got to figure out who that is, man. But, you know, I definitely want to. Let me see. I'm sorry, man. I need to pull that up, man, because I need to find out who's saying that. But yeah. What the freak and what the. All right. Okay. But man, I can't miss that. All right. What up, Keish? What up, Malcolm? What's up, man? All right. All right, Brandon. All right, Brandon. I got you, man. All right. Anyway, Brandon. We got two Brandons on here today. All right. It is a difference though. I remember my teammate Mike Sweeney, right? Mike Sweeney was a really good player for the Kansas City Royals for a long time, and he never cursed, but he would just say the most random, gosh diggity and all of that diggity dog. And so if a coach says what the freak, all right, you get your freaking out, you know what I'm saying, over here, you know, like it's still cursing, I guess, but it's not. All right. So hopefully you get the point across. I never mastered that, you know, that word too much. And where I could kind of, you know, be quick on my toes and replace that word. I haven't been able to do that. Okay. So I say it in a lighter mode, especially early when I'm breaking in, even at my showcases. Parents, you're going to get mad at me. I understand. Hopefully for the parents that have been to my showcases, I have done this to your guys, your kids and all of that. All right. So I have told them, you know what I'm saying? But I do it in a joking mood early. So when I do it later on, you know what I'm saying? If I be like, yo, what you doing? Yo, get your ass in gear. Let's go, man. Come on, you running. Let's make this money. You know, that's how I talk. You know what I'm saying? So, but in early enough, I let them kind of get my personality, especially dudes that are just meeting me for the first time, right? So I don't just go blatantly out there cursing, especially in a showcase atmosphere where it's supposed to be fun and just showing whatever. All right. But I talk to kids on, you know, I like to be really relatable, but on a high school level, I let them know, like, yo, straight up, like, your ass ain't gonna do nothing. What you doing? You slow as molasses. You can't run. Let me show me what you gonna do. I got a slow ass over here. You know, I'll talk like that, let it be funny, and then I'll curse a little bit, and I'll be like, hey, you gonna get mad at me? You gonna tell your mom? You know what I'm saying? They're like, no, man. I said, you never heard that word before? And they start laughing and all that. So, okay, I just want to make sure, man, because I want y'all going there and telling y'all parents, or Coach D out here cursing and all of that. I said, y'all cool with that? You know, cool. I break the ice early, right? You know what I'm saying? So they understand. So when I'm later on, if they do anything crazy and I get on them, they understand how I get down. Okay. Again, good, bad, and different, but I kind of I gauge the temperature of the room. You know what I'm saying? I understand that there's going to be kids. I've been in cages before working with kids, and kids that act so tough here and there, and I'll be like, yo, let's go. You know, hit the out the ball. Let's go. You could do more than that. Come on, you got more in you. Let's go. Get some more ass underneath that ball. Let's go. I have kids start crying to me at 13, 14, and then the dad gets mad at me and tells me that, you know, I'm too hard on him. And I was like, listen, if he's crying over this, I said, he don't need to play. All right. Because I never cursed at him, anything like that. It's just that he need to get more ass underneath the ball and let's go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, if he can't rock to me, I want him to be able to jump through a wall for me and hit the ball hard. If he crying like that, he ain't meant for this game. All right. But I got parents that get upset sometimes with that. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes parents, we got to check our own selves. You know what I'm saying? We do. I'm the type, I'm a coach, you know what I'm saying? So I understand. I think I told these stories before. My own daughter, All right, when she's being disrespectful, I believe her coach is too damn soft on her, and I tell her that. I tell him that. I'm sorry. I'm like, yo, get on her. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? I end up yelling for him. You know what I'm saying? Because I just think he want to keep everything calm, and that's not his thing. He doesn't curse. He's real calm. All right, but she needs it. You know what I'm saying? Like she needs it at times. Okay, because she knows she gets it from me. All right. What I say to a kid, and I understand everybody's different. I understand, but my daughter is a girl. Okay, when she playing like whatever, or she's doing something wrong and all of that, I let her up. I let her be known. Like yo, shit is unacceptable. Get your ass out there and play the way you're supposed to play. Or work hard, boom, boom, boom. Don't be crying over here or worry about, I don't know about crying, but like I get on her on that level. And I've been doing it for years. Okay. To me, it toughens a girl up. You know what I'm saying? Now I won't call her you motherfucker, you did it, all right? But I'll be like, yo, that attitude out there is unacceptable. You look like shit out there. You letting these girls punk your ass. And I talk to her just like that. All right. That's how I do. I don't know how y'all feel, but if I talk to my own little, 13 now-year-old daughter, you just believe I'm gonna be able to talk to some dudes out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, a little bit tough out there. You best believe. All right. Good, different. I may make some friends today. I may not. All right. All right. If it's not demeaning person attacks, cool. But cursing while he talks is no issue there. Facts. All right. Rich, good to see you on. All right. Tell wifey Jen I said what's up. All right. Jacob was good. High school, yes, no problem. We Ounce played for a program where the owner was running practice, and he asked the player what was wrong with him, and he proceeded to ask him if he had a learning disability. The boys were in the 7th grade at the time. I thought it was too much. I didn't care how many scholarships John Fix was getting. Yeah, that to me, like I said, you don't even cursing is not even. Sometimes you can say some demeaning as stuff. All right, that's not even a curse word where it really there's some underlining stuff that needs to be talked about from a coach. Where a coach may say some stuff. It ain't I'm talking cursing, but sometimes coaches say some really hurtful stuff to kids, and it ain't got to be a curse. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about the specific cursing right now, but that's a whole nother subject where coaches empowering kids or getting kids to quit. All right, because that happens, and sometimes I hear some of these coaches and stuff like that. And I talked about this previous on my show, some just personal examples of kids I used to train or work out with, and kids would get discouraged. You know what I'm saying, from the game based on stuff that their coaches would say to them and how they would act. And again, one side might call the kids soft, on the other side, some of these guys, I know these kids, they're not soft, all right? But sometimes if you just constantly beating them down and making them feel like whatever and thinking it's all in the name of competing, that's not good neither. You know what I'm saying? So it's that you gotta, and every player is different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, little Johnny over here you can curse and talk all type of junk and all of that, boom, boom, boom to him. But this kid over here may be super sensitive, but that's up to the coach to understand that. You know what I'm saying? So, I know certain kids that get super sensitive and all of that. So I make sure that I yell at the group, but he may know I'm talking to him, but I make sure I'm yelling at the group, okay, to make sure that if I go directly at that kid, he may feel offended and I may lose him. But I may go as a group, but I want him to feel that I'm talking to him. You know what I'm saying? All right. But I say it as a group so everybody learns that lesson. Okay. And what I love to do is I love for my best player, okay, to be able to take my wrath. All right. Because I'm always hardest on the best player. All right. Because if I can get it to him, okay. And that's how my coach that I love to death to this day, that's how he used to be with me. He was extremely hard on me. Right. But I understood, you know what I'm saying? But I tell my guys straight up, like, yo, I expect a lot from you with your talent. I'm gonna get on your ass more. If I can get on you, then when I get on the 12th or 13th man on the bench, you know what I'm saying? Or young, the not so good player, or the kid that struggles more so than the other kids, if I can get on him, he sees me get on a good kid, and he'll feel like, oh, it's okay. He ain't just, picking me out. You know what I'm saying? I hated that, especially in the pro game. You get a lot of that favoritism type shit, and that used to drive me crazy. All right, don't talk to the $11 million, $12 million dude differently. All right, but then want to talk to the minimum guy, all crazy and all of that. All right, I in my mind I may not be $11 million, but in my head I'm an $11 million, $15, $20 million a year dude. All right, so I ain't gonna let you talk crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? That was just me. All right. Chris says, if you're not prepared for the most extreme of anything, you are doing them a disservice. Facts. It's hard out here in this world, man, especially for young men. All right, these guys are about to be, again, women are different. I understand, you know what I'm saying? But these are young men out there. They're going to be faced with adversity. The world is crazy out there. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be, you're going to have to be a father, respected, you know what I'm saying, handling your business and a lot of responsibilities towards you, man. So, and I tell these dudes, man, this is something that you're going to have to endure, man. There's going to be times where, you ain't going to like something. You have to bite your tongue, and if you have an issue, come step to me as a man or a young man, and on the side, you know what I'm saying? We could talk it out. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Tony says, soft parents create soft kids. So much of what's wrong with this participation trophy area. Facts, Tony. Facts, man. I don't have an issue with yelling or cursing, but coaching should be constructive. Cursing for the sake of cursing isn't coaching. A coach should know their players well enough to know who is motivated by that energy and who is not. I just talked about that, right, Crystal? I think the blanket statement or the idea that a kid is soft because he doesn't respond to that is wrong. All right. If you can't communicate any other way, maybe coaching isn't for you. All right. I totally agree, Crystal. All right, because I'm talking blatantly and blanket the whole cursing, you know what I'm saying here. But you just heard me say that as a coach, you have to know your team, each kid. Okay, so I just kind of gave you an example before I even read the comment. Okay, but yeah, you do. You definitely need to. All right. I'm all for accountability. I know coaches are held to a different standard, and what's acceptable to some isn't acceptable to others. When a coach is passionate and their job is on the line, they will curse from time to time, especially for older kids. It doesn't bother me as long as it's not cursing at my son to belittle him. That's what I'm saying. All right. That's what I'm saying. All right. Passion is a great thing. We're all humans and we have faults. Some players will take that passion and it ignites them. And again, that's just personal. Thank you, BJ, for that. All right. Thank you, Crystal. I had to find out who that other, Keisha. Thank you, Keisha, for the comment. All right. My boy is 14 and he don't curse. I have told him many times the older he gets, the more cursing he will hear from coaches. And he said, it's not me, it's them, and I respect it. Facts. And I mean, I hope, my 13, 14-year-old little girl is not cursing. She cursed the other day for the first time. I got to share this story. Oh, man. So, again, I'll be the hypocrite, and I can't. All right. You guys, I get daughter, okay? So, in the heated match of a tennis match, okay? Now, my daughter's mom does not curse, okay? She curses at times, but she's church going and does not and gets mad because I curse so much, right? But it was in between tiebreakers in a tennis match. You can coach your kid. All right. I always let my daughter's mom handle her business. I sent to the side and I just watch because it's mom is a little bit no, mom is OD. Okay, she's like hardcore. All right. I'm the calm one when it comes to the coaching side of things, right? But after the match, right, my daughter in the car, and she's like, "Your daughter cursed me. Your daughter cursed me." And I was like, "What do you mean? What?" I was like, and my daughter's 12 at the time, I think. All right, maybe just turned 13. It was just recently. And I was like, "She cursed at you?" She's like, "Yeah, she cursed me." She said, "I don't know why I can't hit the effing ball." All right, and I was like, and she said, "It's not acceptable, Dad, right?" And so my daughter's right here, mom is looking at me, and both of them looking at me and said, "It's not acceptable, right?" And my daughter, in my sick mind, I'm like, "She cursed like that, really?" I wanted to high five her, and I'm like, "You need to get in here and get on that damn court and talk more like that." You know what I'm saying? Like, you pump yourself up more like that. And I said, and I had to tell her, I said, "Yo, I can't even say it." I thought she said she cursed at you. She's like, "No, she cursed, but that's not acceptable." I was like, "She ain't cursed at you. She cursed around you. She was talking about why she couldn't hit the effing ball." You know what I'm saying? Now I know where she gets that language from. It's me, and I hate, and I'm laughing. It's not right. Okay, I promise you. I understand. I need to work on my parenting skills. Okay, but on the flip side, from an athlete standpoint, I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I loved it. Okay. And I'm like, damn, you need to talk to yourself more often, okay? But mom got mad. Like, yo, you shouldn't allow her to talk to you, whatever. I said, if she cursed at you, I'll be ready to whip her ass. You know what I'm saying? But I said, but she's cursing, saying like she can't hit the damn ball. You know what I'm saying? And what the hell, but she used the other word. You know what I'm saying? And I never heard my daughter say that. And she looked at me like, but who am I? She hears dad say that, and I say it to her. So I'm the hypocrite. You know what I mean? Call me a soft dad or whatever, but I kind of loved it from an athlete standpoint. I ain't gonna lie. She could use other words, and that's what mom told her. But from an athlete standpoint, I was like, yo, tell yourself that's right. All right. You need to put it on gear. All right. So anyway, I don't want her cursing. All right. And I understand for all my parents out there, don't want no 13, 14-year-old kid cursing neither. Okay. All right. But you best believe when I was 13, 14, hanging out in, New York and all of that, I did curse. Okay. I'll be honest with you. It is what it is. And I promise you more of your kids do it behind your back. All right. And I ain't trying to say nothing. All right. Don't let me hear. Y'all gonna be mad at me. Don't come back, watch me no more. I am tough on my son with some cursing. So when and if any coach has to get on him, it's nothing. Facts. Thank you, John. I know. Hard out here with these men out here. Coach, my dad said the football coach cursed worse than anything I would ever hear. He has also told me it's not personal. He's trying ways to motivate me. Right. Now I see some. Now, one thing I saw a football coach do was put the hands on the kid, curse him out, and put hands. Now, from a dad's point of view, if I had a son, I'm a daughter, I would flip out. I don't even want to talk about that. But from a dad point of view, all right, you know what I'm saying? If I see somebody like put their hands on my kid, then that's a whole nother story. I don't have a son, so I can't tell you guys, but and you hear me, talking, but man, I'm just saying, man, I don't know. I would have a issue. You would be ready to fight if a coach put their hands on my son. You know what I'm saying? On point. Hell, I just had a conversation with my 6-year-old about this yesterday. I let him know the team he is going to, they may get on him, and he doesn't mean he's done bad. It doesn't mean he's done bad, but it just means they want the best for you. Got to prep them. I'm a Marine vet, though, so that's daily talk. Facts. I mean, I love it, man. I'm not saying anything is right or wrong. Sometimes it's just, I understand cursing, and it's always the moms that kind of get a little whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And I'm not here to downplay no moms. So I love y'all, man. But sometimes that's what I'm saying. You're always gonna hear a little difference in men sometimes. All right. Coach, I have a 14U group. We never curse at them, but we definitely gonna let some shit fly. Charlie, that was funny, Charlie. That was funny, man. All right, you see my sense of humor, right? Lord. All right. Tell her like it is. All right, you right, Greg. Shoot. I don't know, man. I don't know. Some of y'all may get mad at me. I don't know. All right. It is what it is. All right. Oh, that was funny, bro, man. KJ, what up, family? What's good, man? All right. I'm Sicilian, so cursing is in my DNA. My son has thick skin, play ball. That's right, BJ. You that Italian, you know what I'm saying? And the coach I'm talking about was that Italian coach over in New York. Listen, sometimes he'd be in my face, whatever, and you just have to take it. All the times he'd be on the low. If I did something wrong on the ball field, and he'd be at the first base coach or third base coach, chill, looking, giving signs, and cursing me out like a mother over on this side. And I'm like, and people in the third baseman be looking at me like, damn, he like coach talking like, and they be smiling, and I'm like, yo, this motherfucker letting me have it. You know what I'm saying? What the hell you think you? Because I be doing dumb shit sometimes when I was young. This was on 13, 14. If you do dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, dumb stuff. All right, See what I'm saying? God, work with me, please. I'll take a step further. I would rather hear anything under the sun than to hear a coach call a kid stupid. Thank you. That's what I mean. Like that, because you hear the stupid, you dummy, or he starts on the mental side, and that's when to me I take it personal. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you start really beating the kid down. You know what I'm saying? Tell him to get his ass in gear. Let's go. That's another thing. All right. But if you try to tell him you slow, you slow and mentally slow or something like, that's when it gets like to the point where somebody got to say something, man. I think we conquered Daddy Ball D. My kid asked the coach to pitch, and he finally got to pitch. He had 4 Ks and 2 innings Saturday, and got to save. All right, Clay. Congrats, man. All right. Charlie spot on, coach. J Maya, what's up? All right. All right, let me see. All right, KJ says, to me, it's always been about how respectful it is. However, as a player, when my college coach called me an MF or son of a bitch, it didn't help my performance on the field. It made me more timid and I was afraid to actually perform. Baseball is already a 95% failure sport, so we're going to make mistakes. It's part of the game. Now, when a coach uses profanity because of a situation and out of excitement, it is a different story. All right, and I want to respond to that, KJ, because you're right. I got to the point too, all right, where um coaches would curse, and sometimes you had to suck it in, especially on the professional rankings, and we're talking college here for KJ. All right, on that level, that's what I said. You had to be prepared for this. You know what I'm saying? Just like the real world, right? You're going to have coaches that just are not going to like you, or they're just that's their way of feeling like they're gonna, and you gotta have thick skin. You gotta have heart. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to hurt your performance, and especially. We all like to think it's all equal, but we all know it's not. All right, especially when a coach don't like you for whatever reason. All right, because coaches are, that was the biggest thing I saw in professional when I signed a professional contract was like how many coaches I had to remember these guys are ex-players. So by them being ex-players, these guys are freaking jealous sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They may be jealous of your skill level. They may be jealous of whatever reason. All right, money that you got, right? All right, and they would act accordingly. All right, they would just not like you just cause and would talk crazy to you and want to almost hurt your career. All right. Fast, let's go rewind this in high school. I hear plenty of stories of coaches that will railroad kids, meaning like, sit them on the bench, not want them to succeed, come up with different things and all of that. And I tell parents all the time, oh, he shows favorites and this and that. I said it's the real world, just like in life, right? You know what I'm saying? In regular world, I'm sure each one of you guys have your employer or you may be an employer, you know what I'm saying? And you may like one employee better than the next one, right? Or your boss may like somebody else better than you. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It happens on the ball field. We want to shade that for my kids and all of that, but it's the truth. And you gotta, and if it F's with your mind, and again, I'm gonna bring it back to baseball. It does, all right. And I used to have, I had the Royals told me as a front office, as a staff, especially the directors and minor leagues and all that, said, yo, D, we're going to pick on you. I'm going to make an example out of you. And I'm like, I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? But they're like, listen, again, it's that whole better player. We're going to make an example out of you. And if we feel like we do it to you, we could do it to anybody. I didn't understand and I didn't like it. So when the jabs kept coming and all of that, eventually I got to the point where either I could play timid or I'm a lash out. And I ended up lashing out. All right. It was just the wrong time, wrong day. And then because you're not holding your tongue back like you want to, then you become uncoachable or have an attitude. Okay. And now the labels get put on you. Okay. So again, you have to learn how to suck that up sometimes. And you have to learn how to that's when you have to have a friend or a parent or somebody that you could kind of let out to, especially when you know that coach is on you and you can't hack it sometimes on that mental note. All right, because especially the higher the stakes. For some kid, it may be that higher stake, maybe high school or travel baseball, where mentally they can't, hack and they need that release somewhere. You know what I'm saying? All right. But again, I just a great comment about KJ, and you do. It's on you, and if coaches who don't like you know that they can get on your skin, they will continue to do it. All right, so that's why you got to learn to develop that thing early. All right, I'm all for getting pumped up and all of that, man. All right, I'm all for it, but I appreciate that. All right. As long as you're not cursing directly at D-Car, I got you. Facts. I got you. All right. Alicia, all right, Andrew. This is why Eli had such a great year with you. He got in his tail and one of his best hitting years. That's right. All right. That's one of my 13 talented kids, 15 now, right? But on my high level team, I didn't, we toughen them up. You got to toughen them up, man. Just kind of prepare them, man. All right. Appreciate that, Andrew and Alicia. All right. Cursing doesn't equate to toughness. All right. I get what you're saying, right? What cursing does, though, Jax, different kids, because cursing is one thing, but certain kids also get mad if a coach gets loud and scream. I've seen kids cry because a coach gets loud with them. All right. So what do you do? Because a kid can't hack a coach getting loud with them and cry. Does that mean that that coach is wrong and he's not helping that kid? You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't help that kid by a coach raising his voice at him. Like in the real world, you know what I'm saying? When that dude is, let's just say he's 14 years old now, and in 10, 12 years from now, right? He got a kid out there. He married, and a woman raises his voice, and or his employer raises his voice, and all of that. I understand he's a man now, right? But what are we telling if a guy over there is 13, young teenager, somebody like gets loud and it affects him to the point where he cries? You know what I'm saying? What is it we teaching them? Again, I don't have a son, but I've been around boys my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Coaching, but I don't have a son. All right. My daughter know me. You know what I'm saying? I get, shoot. But I get it. I understand. It doesn't at times. Talking down to a kid or kids is one thing, but cursing, no issue here. I get on an ass. I keep it real. I love my parents, man. What up, Terrence? What's up, family? All right. All right. Coach, will you try to come back to Georgia before October? If so, will you still try to come and do a showcase at Shiloh? Make sure you call Coach Ingram. All right. I did, Malcolm. I called your coach. He never called me back. All right. So tell him to holler back at me. All right. D Card said, I think as long as you pick them up before they leave, everybody will be good. Yeah. And that, again, it's knowing your players. It's knowing your players. But even though I may pick that player up, but if I know oh my God, I had one of my kids, one of my guys, Lord have mercy. I ain't gonna call him out right now. He's at a D2 school. He's at a D2 school right now. Love the kid, love his family. All right. Perfect example of what I'm saying. All right. He was one of those guys. All right. You get loud and all of that. Big boy, big dude. Very good pitcher. All right. He's at a D2 school right now. He just literally messaged me on Instagram. All right. Love the kid, but he was soft at times, man. 13, 14 years old. And I'm just telling you, all right, again, right, we're going to say this. He was one of those guys. You get loud and all of that, whatever, right? The kid wrote me a 30-page essay one time about how I needed to calm it down here and there because me and my other coaches were sometimes too hard, all right? Fast forward, as a senior in high school, going into the senior year, June, summer, we're at the university. I told about the story before, at the University of Memphis. Okay, he's pitching at University. No, I'm sorry. He's pitching at the high school, and the University of Memphis coach. I'm sorry. University of Memphis assistant coach was just at this particular game, and we were talking about different players in and around the Memphis area, and we brought up this kid, all right, because I knew how much he wanted. That was one of the main schools he wanted to go to. Very good pitcher. Love the kid, all right. I ain't had the kid in about 3 years at this time, okay? Senior year in high school. I ain't had him in about 3 years. The coach said, I love the kid. You know what? But he's soft to me. I said, he's soft. It perked me up. I ain't had the kid in 3 years, okay? He's just soft. Now, this is the same kid that if you get loud with him or you make him, he worked hard for me. But in the heat of the battle, if you get loud or his mother used to really baby him. You know, he was like the pride and joy, and he was such a good kid, but he was soft. I haven't seen him. I knew he worked hard. Big boy, big time. I think he could sign a pro contract if he toughens up. But my point is this, all right? The coach, the Memphis recruiter, okay, I brought this kid up and I talked about him. And I brought his name up. And he said, D, I like the kid, man, but I don't know, man. I think he's soft. And I was just looking like this, right? I was like, yo, what'd you hear? He's like, I didn't hear nothing. I just saw how he act on the mound. Gave up a couple of things. Boom, boom, boom. He started like looking at the infielders and kind of blaming them through his action and his body language. I don't play that shit as a coach. And I said, wow. All right. Now the recruiting guy saw that from watching his kid play. Don't know him, just saw him. All right. He don't know 3 years before that, 3 or 4 years before that, I was calling the kid soft and underneath, and I love the kid and I love the parents. I just messaged him. Great, just a great topic that I'm bringing up today. I didn't really, I didn't never curse so much around him, but his mom, his mother had issues and stuff with me about being, too hard on him. All right. I'm just saying, and I understand, and they not been cursing, because a lot of times I didn't necessarily I cursed, but I would just get loud, all right, and be like, "Low, I get it," and he would clam up, and I understand. I gotta know the kid. I get it, all right. But what happens though, right? In 3 years from now, when the kid is again, now he's at a Division II school, but the Division I school was liking him, but thought he was soft. Ugh, God, I'm hoping you understand, man. All right. So what you thinking? Oh, you can get the point across. I get it, parents. You know what I'm saying, and all of that. All right. But these dudes, these recruiters, okay, they see through that shit. They see it. Excuse my language. They see on the field. They see if you soft. They see if like if the pressure is on and you start blaming and you rattling. You know what I'm saying? These dudes, that's what these get paid to do. They got to see if you able on a Friday night light. You know what I'm saying? In the bottom of the seventh inning, can you come through? Or professional contract when thousand is booming, can you come through? Because sometimes you can get, you can fool people with running at 6'5" and throwing 95 miles per hour and all of that, all right? But are you, when the lights come on, can you, all right? Whew. Man, I'm sorry. I'm just sharing some stories. All right, sharing some stories. I just talked to my boy that I love him to death too. That was my boy, but I'm just saying, like, when it just didn't surprise me when the coach said that to me. All right. I never care about what a coach said about me or to me, but it was always funny to me and my teammates as long as you got as long as you got me on the field. I was going to change that language about me. Well, I grew up in Jackson, Mississippi with both parents who was into sports. You teach your kids at home as long as the coach don't put his hands on you, just believe in yourself and be ready when your numbers call. Facts. All right. Love it, man. I love it. All right. As long as he wasn't calling me a B or a hoe like MJ was doing. I think cursing gives a little motivation to the kids. All right. All right. Thank you, Tia. All right. Corey, what up, family? ATL in the building. All right. Good coaches know what buttons to push. My best year was a coach that would cuss me out and say, "Now go dominate." Hey, I love it, man. Got to know the pulse of your boys, man. Got to know it, man. All right. LG Gaming Studio on YouTube. What's up, man? How you doing? All right. Brayman says, strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop strength. Facts. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength. Facts. Oh, I love that statement, big dog. Thank you. Coaches need to be hard at times. Cursing, so what? They hear words at home. Coaches need to know his players. George, I love it. Especially when I love some of those parents that I know who are commenting. Right? You start knowing you personally. As long as my journey, I've had coaches who hurt my career. But if you put me on that damn field and court, coach, I'm going to make you look bad. Mental toughness is what, no doubt. All right, I got you. All right. There is definitely an art, and it seems to be a consensus. All right. Right. It is. I think that's the biggest, because X's and O's is one. You got to know what you're talking about. But the difference between really good coaches, man, is the relatability, man. I never really got along with most of my coaches. I'll be the first to tell you. And most professional guys that I know who had coaches long term, or even guys that played college ball, I promise you, if you really, I'm talking about they started playing 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, all the way through, let's just say I'm saying, like, even if they just finished at 22, okay, in college, okay? If you ask them how many coaches were influential in their life, all right, I promise you, all right, they'll probably say this about 3 to 4. All the hitting coaches, pitching coaches, the lessons and all of that, all right? And you could do such wonders from a coaching standpoint. If you're one of that 1 to 3 coaches that have changed that kid's life, then you've done something. But I'm just thinking about all the 20 some other coaches that kid is potentially may come around or be around, okay? All right, that will necessarily, will not be too beneficial for your kid, all right? less than on one hand or less. Okay, let 5 or less coaches in your life. All right, will really benefit you. All right, I'm talking not just X's and O's, but like help you mold you as a man. All right, from a coach's standpoint, that's what you strive to be for that kid. All right, and sometimes you're gonna miss. Okay, but you just hope he finds that or she finds that other coach that will fill that void. Okay, so parents just understand. You know what I'm saying? When you're out there shopping and moving team to team, it ain't no perfect coach out there. All right, but if you're sometimes your kid won't know. I'm telling you, my coach used to curse my ass out. All right, but I ain't respect him until I was long. I mean, I say not respect him, but like, love the fact he coached me. I was long away. You know what I'm saying? I was well in my professional game, but I'd be like, damn, like, yo, that's why he cursed me out. That's why he was so tough on me. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know what I mean? All right. Knowing when and when not to curse is key also. Cursing is a tool for motivation, but not to tear down. To prepare these kids to compete at a high level and deal with all types of people and personality is key in success, not only for baseball field, but life. Thank you, K. Moore. All right. K. Moore, that's my former teammate. He know how I get down. He know how I talk. All right. When losing a great coach because a mom is mad at a coach for cussing little, Hey, Jake, facts, man. You see it happen, man. You see it happen. All right. I'm a boy mom, and I am real with my sons. I'm their first critic. They have to worry about me cussing. I know that's right, Tiff. I know how you get down. All right. I already know. All right. I can only imagine in that household. All right, Lawrence, what's up, family? 100%, no doubt. Callie in the house. Hey, Coach, one quick question. Who was the MLB player that had won a few months back, played for Oakland A's outfielder, small, scrappy player, lives in Cali? Who you had on a few months, played for Oakland A's outfielder, small, scrappy player, lives in Cali? I don't know. Oh, man, you guys are making me feel bad. I can't remember right now. He played with Oakland A's, small, scrappy outfielder, played one in a few months back, played for Oakland A's outfielder. Let me think about it, brother. I'm sorry, man. Somebody gonna be mad at me. All right. And our coach is a baller, gets the best out of his kids. All right, cool. Like I said, it ain't gonna be for everybody, right? And you hate to see kids leave and do all of that, but it happens, man. It happens. Let's see if I see anything on that. All right. Teach kids at an early age to separate the messages from the delivery. Oh, that's so tough too, but it's the truth. The earlier that they can do this, the better. Getting caught up on the delivery will have your kid on the bench. I love that though. The delivery is a lot of it, man. All right. Cursing is used to express the point. If you tell little Johnny we need a hit, verse we need. Let me stop with y'all, man. Y'all gonna have me in trouble out here, man. Oh, y'all gonna have me in trouble out here, man. Lord have mercy. Oh man. Ooh, y'all ain't right, man. Oh boy. Gosh. I gotta know who I'm dealing with over here, man. He chooses characters out here, man. All right. All right. Gee. Don't have kids, but if I did, mental toughness from day one would have to be taught from day one. You might not be as good, but mental toughness, you would be there. Facts. All right. Facts. All right. Again, I always relate. I'm sorry, I can't help this, but I always relate to my own daughter, right? And I tell her I don't work with her X's and O's. I'm not Richard Williams. She's a tennis player, and I'm not Richard Williams with her. Like out there on the court, every now and then I'll hit with her, but she'll tear me up now, right? I'm out of shape and I can't play. She's getting older, hitting the ball hard. I can't mess with her, right? But what I do, well, my contribution is try to get in this because I agree with you, Daniel. It is everything. Mental toughness is everything. Just like the psyche of a hitter, the psyche of a man, playing anything is that mindset, that brain of yours can essentially make you hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarship or professional money, or it can ruin you. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta, man, you gotta keep that as pure and as you can. And I understand why parents get mad at the coaches and all of that for that, because that psyche is a mug. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep it as positive, but how do you keep the kids positive psyche and all of that while training them to be tough? You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to hear some stuff he don't want to hear, and the delivery part is right. You know what I'm saying? But that psyche is everything. And I saw, that's what we missing right now is my own daughter. It ain't the skills, all right? It's the psyche, it's the mindset, all right? It's the mentality, all right? But going on the court, that's be like somebody hitting bombs all over the whatever. But then but when the lights come on, or when it ain't batting practice and the pressure is on, all right, and you striking out and all of that, then who cares how talented you are? You know what I'm saying? Now you may still get the scholarship to a certain school here and there, all right, but there's only a certain level that you'll get to. Okay, there's only a certain level, and again, you have to be able to deal. And I may talk about this briefly, and here or something like this. It's learning the game within the game, and that's where I failed. Okay, it's not the numbers that I had in the major leagues, and I could say injuries was a large part of it and all of that, but it was the energy and the psyche part of the mentality part. I couldn't master the game within the game of the professional, business part. Okay. It was hard for me. All right. Sometimes I'll smile when I wanted to curse somebody out. And I understand everybody kind of goes through that, right? But when you're trying to perform and you just like whatever, all right. And I was the type that sometimes I couldn't bite my tongue enough. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't bite my tongue enough. All right. And it would hurt me. Okay. Or I couldn't stand the fakeness, you know what I'm saying, of people, of coaches. Like, I'd rather you tell me to my face, like, yo, you don't respect me, you don't like me. I had a GM tell me, like, I ain't shit. And I love that dude. That was my guy. You know what I'm saying? And he told me at one time, he was like, yo, you're not as good as you think you are. You know what I'm saying? You ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like, he sat me down in the office and told me that shit. You know what I'm saying? And here I am telling you right now to this day, I respect that dude. All right. But what I don't like is a dude behind there that shake your hand and smile, ha, 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 and then go behind your back and stab you and talk all type of craziness about ID can't play this and this and that. That's the shit that, I couldn't stand on that side of the business. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather, and like most people, right? You rather like, yo, just be honest with me, hurt me or not, but at least be straight up with me. And I know that's all walks of life. Again, we're talking baseball. Okay. All right. So I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all, man. And, I share my stories, I share mine, and hopefully you get a little piece of something and learn and rock from there, man. All right. Listen, I actually wanted to be short today, and I end up talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so shout out to my parents, shout out to everybody. Please tag, share this, even if you don't agree with everything I said. Listen, we can respectfully, disagree together. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to make enemies. I'm not here to, make you like me or dislike me. You know what I'm saying? Just as long as we got to respect, like I said, I'm not here to, I don't, again, 8 to 10, I don't think you need to be cursing and talking crazy to no kids, but 13 or so and up, as long as you ain't disrespecting them and cursing necessarily at the kid, it's all right with me. You know what I mean? So I ain't going to get mad. All right. If a parent get upset, that's not how you raise your kid, and you feel like you don't need a coach that need to be cursing on there, I understand. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, because I tell everybody that, goes around me, I'm just like, yo, I tell the parents ahead of time, like, yo, I curse, and I let it be known how I do it. If you get offended, I'll let it be known straight up. You know what I'm saying? So there's no people getting mad and understanding, you know what I'm saying, or misunderstanding. Oh, why is he talking crazy like that? I ain't one of these dudes that are gonna curse crazy on the field and because then it becomes I embarrass myself or the brand. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not about that neither. All right, so I'll never be out there, you mother, curse. To me, I laugh at coach. You heard my boy Vic say that. I laugh at coaches like that. But what I will do, and on the mound, as quiet as I can, or on the side, be like, tell them to come on in it, and the huddle type thing. You know what I'm saying? But I would never yell, blah, blah, blah. All right, that's not how I get down. All right. So anyway, message me, comment, let me know, you know what I'm saying, what you thought of this, share this. I appreciate all the comments, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. All right. I will be on Thursday. All right. I'll be back on Thursday with another great message. I try to get my boy Grambling head coach to come on here. And who else did we talk to? I got a couple more schools lined up for my Florida. I got Lynn College and gosh. Oh, I can't. I just talked to two colleges. I got too many colleges in my head over there. I'll be at my Florida showcase in Pompano Beach. Okay. So we're lining up the coaches there. Hopefully I have some information on June 15th in New Jersey. All right. Hopefully I have some information on that. And then as we continue to grow this thing and keep building on top of that. Okay. Private message me if you need any, help, anything with the recruiting side. Getting 2021s wind down and then working on starting to get 2024s and 5s in the program. Shout out to a couple of parents that I reached out to that signed up for the program. And be on the lookout. I'm going to have, especially for middle-aged parents, from 6th, 7th grade all the way up to about 10th grade. I'm really honing in on you guys with this recruiting program. I got a program that I'm building out for you guys, okay? Anyway, more to on that. I'll talk about it a little later when it's pretty much done. We go from there. Message me if you need me. Love you guys. Thursday, I will be back on. Share and tag this message, all right? Watch cursing out for them. Watch cursing these kids out over here, all right? Watch it, all right? Love you guys. Let me make sure I hit everybody up in these other pages, all right? And we go from there, all right? Peace and love, y'all. Love y'all, man.